I told the team I'm a little lost for words right now. I felt like offensively we came out and fought our tails off today. We just didn't execute on the other side of the field. To be honest with you, I thought we had, Munderland did a great job. Lesson team did a great job. We just couldn't quite close it out. So, yeah, I don't really have a lot to say.
Trish, you get a lot of momentum coming back winning the first game, obviously, and you start out 3-0, I guess it was. At that point, maybe do you feel you didn't add enough runs, didn't close it down, because at that point, it's still anybody's game?
Yeah, I mean, I think you can always look back and there's some things that we could have done differently, I felt like we fought in the batter's box. I mean, I don't really have, I just thought they did a great job in the batter's box.
Coach, just kind of talking about maybe Emily and what happened with her today. What did you say to her maybe after her outing, and just what's your message to her going forward as she departs here?
Kennedy, I just want to make sure we're talking
Yep.
about the same. Yeah, lefty. Yeah, I mean, she's been huge for us, right? She's helped build this program. Today just, wasn't her day. And, that's sometimes how it goes. And, we've all been there. And unfortunately, I just feel like pitching-wise, we had a lot of arms, but we just couldn't execute when we needed to. So, we're not here without all of them, and, it's just, it's unfortunate. Yeah. You'll learn something from it.
For either player, since you're the juniors, look, what did the senior class, what did they leave for you guys to build, or just can you talk about what impact they had?
I think they had just grit, and they definitely left it out on the field, defensively and offensively, and we just have to take that momentum going into this next year and keeping it for our young ones coming in, for our sophomores now, and just keep them fired up and make this motivate them even more.
Despite the outcome for either players, just kind of how do you, kind of just look ahead and make sure you don't look at this season with, maybe a bad perspective, or, you still recognizing all the achievements and success that y'all have achieved this year?
Yeah, I think, looking at what we've done this season, obviously it didn't end how we wanted and where we wanted to end, but I think, just thanking our seniors, I would say, is a big thing for, just showing us the way and paving the way. I think, they were good for us to look up to as being juniors and knowing we're going to be in their position next year, and there's a lot of lessons learned, and like Coach said, just learn your lessons, and for us, be better next year.
And then for Coach, kind of what was the biggest challenge having to face this team, 3 total times, and then, obviously the quick turnaround with the game, this 2 games?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of put ourselves in that spot, to be honest with you. I just, it's hard for me to, there was so much good about this season, and it's just hard because of how this finished, I think Liberty did a heck of a job. They're always scrappy, just how, their coaches, and yeah, I mean, I think that, I'll be able to look back and kind of see some things that maybe we could have done differently, and, hopefully have a different outcome. I mean, these kids worked their tails off all year. They earned everything that was given to them, and we also earned this loss. I mean, that's unfortunate, but, it wasn't on my bingo card, to be honest with you.
Chris, you touched on how everybody matures at different points. You touched on Monterey, but what lesson team? She comes in freshman, bases loaded.
Yeah,
I mean,
huge.
obviously you saw something in her for her to be able to do that. It's kind of tough there.
Yeah, I thought both of them did a tremendous job. I thought they came out and pitched their tails off. Kate both of them, honestly. And so there's some things that hopefully that they'll learn, and they got put in some really tough situations that they can put in their toolbox, and hopefully when we're in this spot again next year, we find a way to finish it.
Coach, I know it's early, but kind of looking ahead to the freshmen today, what did you see from them this whole weekend? Both in the circle, obviously, and then KK and Kelsey Elvis?
Yeah, I think the future is very bright. I mean, I think, KK, that kid's special, like, so good and just a student to the game. I mean, you saw in the circle, you saw Frankie coming in, and getting a big hit for us. You saw Kelsey Mathis. I mean, those kids are really maturing and moving along. So, I'm happy with their progress, and this is going to sting, and there's something to learn from it. I'm excited about that freshman class and also who's returning next year. I mean, we have pieces, we know this. And so, we just got to keep moving forward. The sun will come out tomorrow.
Coach, looking back on it, obviously Liberty, tough matchup for you guys this weekend. Is there anything measurable that they did that, whether you weren't prepared for or it just was like a stylistic challenge for you guys this weekend?
I think it was more about us not doing the things that we needed to do. I mean, it's a great ball club, and I think we just didn't match their swing planes very well from a pitching standpoint. Yeah.
Amari, you talked about it a little bit, just kind of like setting the seniors set the precedent, right? Saw them put their cleats on home plate and kind of gather around there. Like, what did they mean not only to you guys but to this university as they depart here?
Yeah, they meant a lot. They were like my role models this year, so they were awesome. Sorry. I know some of them are coming back next year, so it's not like I'm not going to see them. It's just playing with them without them is going to be different. But they've been some of the best pieces that A&M's ever had, historically too. I mean, Lefty is one of the best All-Americans we've ever had. Coco is one of the best fielders I've ever played with. I mean, Allie, Kramer, Mac, Ojo, even though she's not playing, one of the best souls. Just every single one of them. They're going to be missed, and I just want to be able to carry what they started here and just continue it on.
Last question.
For coach or for players, whoever wants to answer, kind of what is the last thing that you want this team to be remembered for?
I would say I want us to be remembered by our grit. I think we weren't going to go down without a fight, and I think we fought to the very last out of any and every game we played. And so I think that's what I want this team to be known as, or known for.
That's all we got. Thanks for your time, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.